talking basketball. They're fucking dumb as shit. They don't know basketball, but they will make dumb ass jokes.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Pod Don't Lie with Sam and Stav. We are coming to you earlier than usual, a little Saturday. We've been besieged with technical issues. We've been besieged with life on the road. I'm gotta be honest, I'm all over the place. I'm a little jet lagged. I flew into LA yesterday, went straight to a Laker game, which sounds like an awesome idea when you're planning it, but you're like,
idea.
I'm
Awful.
like, I literally
Day of?
Day of, bro. Day
It's
of, went
terrible.
to Staples. It was a good experience. It was nice to see. It was good to see this Lakers team in person. I have a lot of opinions I'll get into, a lot of first person reporting that we're gonna do for the Pod Don't Lie faithful. But yeah, I wish I was like so done by the end, by the fourth quarter. I was like, it was
country travel day. You want to be up for the game though. That's like that day just kicks your ass.
I know, but it was the kind of thing where I was just like, well, there's no other option. It's whatever. So look, I got overzealous. I fucking admit it. It was an error, but it was still fun. I mean, it was good to see the team in person. And like I said, I have some observations.
You got to see my boy Marcus Morris ice the game.
Yeah, I definitely got to see that. I got to see. I mean, I don't know if we want to talk about it right now, or save it. But you know, there was. The Lakers suck.
Well, you got gifted.
There's no way around it.
You got gifted
Yes.
the LeBron appearance, but it was followed by a pretty whatever game from LeBron. Also, his post-game comments, you're just like, woof.
What did he say? I didn't even see him because I was fucking.
He was talking about. I mean, look. Understandably, he's angry about this false positive he got.
Right,
But,
right.
And it makes no sense that if he's got no symptoms, if a player's got no symptoms, give him another test because false positives happen all the time.
Of
You shouldn't
course.
be costing your team.
Of course.
It's insane. So
Of course.
he's a competitor. He should be angry. But then he starts talking about like, what are we doing with this? Like, I don't have symptoms. I know I didn't have it. And you're like, all right, LeBron, you're not a fucking scientist.
Yeah.
You voice your frustration with how the league has handled it because you're dead on there and stop there.
Yeah, and LeBron's like, and you know what? Maybe Kyrie is up to something. He's like, I don't know what this vaccine's doing to my fucking body. I mean, but I see where if those were his comments, I see where the guys come from because it's like, bro, people were like, get vaccinated and this shit will be done, and it's like now we're vaccinated. It's like. It seems like you can get it 4 months later.
Well, you
got to
get the booster, man. The booster really, I mean, that's the thing. Is like,
and listen,
look,
if it's the kind of thing where we only have to get a booster once a year, like it's the flu shot, that's one thing. But if fucking Pfizer all of a sudden is like, hey, boosters every 2 months, and by the way, now you have to pay for them, and it's like their stock prices go. It's like
yeah.
Once we got the pandemic under control somewhat, although I don't even know if we did. I'm too stupid to even understand that. It's like when it's crisis, there's a point where you're like, well, let's just figure this out and get it done. And clearly, it seems like once we're out of crisis mode, it's like, I guess we do have to just kind of take Pfizer's word for it here. And it's like,
sure, no.
And then when you're LeBron, it's like you're vaccinated. And it's like everything.
You're a competitor. That's really what it comes down to. You will it is hilarious to me that on some level, we ask these players, look what we asked KD as fans. There's an expectation to play on something that, led to a year-long recovery.
Yeah.
And that's not like you're just out a year. That's rehab. And
Totally.
there's an expectation for that. So we have to think about that in sports where you're expected to play on a partially torn Achilles maybe.
Yeah.
But if you have a false positive on COVID, so look, there is some shit we need to talk about.
Especially when you're LeBron and it's like the Lakers season, it just feels like it's going down the tubes. I mean, this team,
they shouldn't be. They're bad, but they shouldn't be this bad even.
Dude, they could not get a fucking stop to save their lives.
Defensively is a problem.
That's what really stood out for me with that team. It's like, there's a lot of problems with the offense where it's like, sure, the Russ hero ball can be a problem. He doesn't really mesh with LeBron. You're asking a lot of Carmelo Anthony. There was a lot of dude, they're experimenting a lot with LeBron at the 5 or Melo. Like LeBron and Melo are the two bigs, and then you put like, you know, shooters, although even some of those shooters aren't even shooters. If you put THT, you put Austin Reeves out there, you put fucking
with a mask.
Yeah, you walked out with a mask on. You put fucking.
This is like the movie The Irishman. You're like, sure, Pacino and De Niro were great in their day, but look, I mean, and there's some great scenes in that movie.
You're right. That's a great point. Pesci fucking crushes it. There's a couple scenes you're like, yeah, but it's like, you know what, this. Maybe it's a little too long. You know what I mean?
Well, it really like it's too long, and there's shit with like, you know, LeBron where you're like, I mean, there is a little De Niro comp with LeBron where you're like, yeah, I don't know, man.
In what, like in Irishman, De Niro? What do you mean, like late period De Niro?
Late period where you're just like, fuck. I mean, you surrounded him with the right pieces, but they're a little old. One of them is you got to worry about. I don't know.
He didn't even surround him. We didn't even surround him with the right pieces. That's the thing. It's like
that's true.
This is De Niro in a CW show. Or something, you know what I mean?
This is
it's
bad
like
grandpa.
It's like this is bad. This is 100% bad grandpa. but if the expectation was for bad grandpa to win an Oscar, that's what this fucking Lakers team is. Oh my god, it's fucking dude. Seriously, it is fucking brutal because, like, so clearly Frank Vogel is getting desperate with these fucking lineups. I mean, you know, and like, look, Austin Reeves is like he's a nice player or whatever, but it's like. If this fucking guy is like crucial to your rotation, you're fucked. If
they miss Caruso so much.
And look, I understand Kendrick Nunn was like their big fucking. I think he was who they signed with the mid-level exception. I think Kendrick Nunn got the biggest contract out of any of these free agents, right? I think he got like 8 or 10 million, something substantial. Maybe not 8.
But he could have gotten more.
Yeah, for sure. But and he's been injured, so I get that. I get that he is. Of all
but he's
these
not a great
players,
defender.
Not a great defender, but look, that offense would like, you know, he's a younger theoretically, you know, but and look, Vogel to his credit has shown through the years that he is able to fucking starting with that Pacers team. I mean, remember how good that fucking defense was? And it's like, and then even this Lakers team that we now take for granted as like a defensive juggernaut that it was the last couple of years, it's like that was a lot of Frank. No one was talking about the pieces on that team like they were fucking all-world defenders.
That Pacers team, you're right. That Pacers team is like low-key one of the best defensive teams of the last 20 years.
That's the magic that guy can do. I think even when didn't he coach the Magic for like 2 years? I think even the Magic were top 15. Like, he's that kind of good defensive, like, he doesn't get credit as like, you know, a top coach, but in terms of defense, he's a top 5 coach in the NBA. I'm willing to say that. So who knows, if you have like a guy like Kendrick, you just have like a younger guy who's healthy, maybe you can coach him up the way he did Kuzma or something like that. Who knows? I'm just saying, I get that they're missing that, but don't tell me about Ariza. We already went through this last time.
Right. We've talked so much Lakers on this, but
I just saw them, so it's just like. I mean, that defense is fucking so brutal. I mean, that's really what it comes down to because the offense, they can muck it up a little bit and they can figure it out. And it's like Russ had an okay shooting game. I mean, he was good. He was good yesterday. And Melo obviously was good.
And he is different live. Russ is fun live.
For sure he's different live. Although, you know who like wasn't that impressive live was fucking Anthony Davis. It was just like, he just kind of like looked, I don't know, man. He looked a little stiff. He had one dunk that was okay, but Russ looked great.
AD might have one of the weirder careers of our time, you know, given the expectations. You know, he was...
And how good he was in college.
And also, wasn't he the rookie on Team USA that year? I mean, he really... I
think so. He was that good. And he is that good. You know what I mean? Like
he is that good. He's got literally, if you're making a basketball player, you're like, he's kind of everything you want. Like, he's like a cheat created player NBA 2K type of dude. He can shoot threes, or at least he used to be able to. He can play, he could D pretty much any position. He's kind of a dream. Like, if you're LeBron, you're like, wow, I just got the best possible wingman.
Yeah.
Imagine, like, if you can't do better unless he gets Giannis, really.
Dude, I saw a hilarious tweet where people were like, LeBron's going to be looking good with Evan Mobley and Garland. Like they're people are already
Wow.
playing the LeBron going back to Cleveland, and it's so funny. Like he just goes back whenever the talent gets good, and it's like, dude, Mobley and Garland and LeBron. That's interesting, brother.
But he signed
Who
a
did you
4-year
just
deal.
describe? Who did you just describe? You were like Anthony Davis is the cheat code. Who are people talking about? Mobley as?
You're right.
And, I mean, maybe he's not the shooter, but defensively, he's young. He's fucking. And that motherfucker has like.
If
He has
LeBron
the
goes to the
opposite-
Cavs, the Cavs, they're a better team than the Lakers.
100%. That's so
How
funny.
fucking weird is that?
Rubio's literally good. Rubio's better. Rubio's than any point. Dude, would you take Rubio or Russ? Right now, it's not.
with the contract, it's a no-brainer. I mean, Russ is
Rubio's
way more
playing out of his
talented, but
mind.
I
Yeah.
mean, Garland, you're right, man. Sexton's not even been healthy. I mean, they're kind of dangerous. Now, all of a sudden, maybe you move Sexton like off the bench as a microwave, and
Yeah.
the Cavs are kind of dangerous.
Oh yeah, dude, that would be so fucking funny. Yeah, trade LeBron. He just shows up with a fucking. He's got a gun to Rob Pelinka's head. He's like, Seti Osman for me, straight up, do it. He's like, Seti Osman and Kevin Love to make the contracts work.
Who says no, man? Kevin Love wants to be in LA.
UCLA, him and Russ reunite. Now from UCLA, they're playing on the Lakers. There's a lot of great storylines here.
That team would weirdly be fun to watch, though. Russ, Love, and AD is kind of fun because then you play AD at the 5 and Love, and all Love does is pop threes.
I'm glad you mentioned that because that's another thing. Fucking watching this game, they play. AD barely played. LeBron played more center than AD played at the game I was at. Melo played more center. Melo's playing center.
I mean, I remember when Melo played power
Melo
forward
was
back in the
guarding,
day.
dude. Melo was guarding Isaiah Hartenstein, which was so fucking funny. And by the way, that guy, he's kind of good.
And
Like
by
he's
the way, it's
literally.
funny, I'm looking at AD's numbers. He shot 10 of 15. He had 27 and 10. I mean, he had a good offensive game, but I think what the problem is, you just want him to. And by the way, he's still shooting 18.8 from 3, which is insane.
Yeah,
and
he had the jumper going. He actually had his mid range kind of going last night.
His mid range is beautiful. I will say, you want to see. I'm looking at his stat line for like the last few weeks. 2 30-point games. Like, can this guy not give you 30? Like, he should be giving you 30 any night.
Like it's nothing, yeah. Well, dude, that's what I'll say is like he doesn't want to play 5. And when the game, like the Lakers were having trouble stopping the Isaiah Hartenstein pick and roll. That was a issue for them. Like Reggie and fucking Isaiah Hartenstein doing pick and roll. They couldn't stop it. They were going to Hartenstein like he was fucking Kevin Garnett or something, dude. It was fucking crazy.
Well,
here's
the other thing though. It's like I'm looking at his numbers too. Why is he never shoot? He almost never takes more than 20 shots. Like if LeBron's not playing, you better take 25 shots if you're AD.
Yeah, I mean,
They're
I think
nice
some
when
of that is.
What?
So that's Westbrook. Some of that's Westbrook, dude, and also some of it I love him is Carmelo. I mean, Carmelo is like he's become their offense, dude. Like, see how many shots he's like Melo's taking. I bet you it's fucking a ton. I mean, when he's in there, he's shooting.
Well, look, against the Knicks he took 14. Against the Pacers and the Kings, he took 13. Against the Pistons, he was 0 for 7. Bummer. He only took 6 shots yesterday, man.
Yeah.
He only took 9 against the Kings. He's not taking that many.
Yeah,
usually.
and I will say Melo probably didn't play that much offense last night because he was fucking tired of having to guard centers. He was literally guarding the
And
center.
Melo,
like,
to his credit, is shooting 43 from deep. I mean, like, say what you want about Melo, the guy is fucking delivering this year.
he was great. And listen,
he is overperformed this year.
Can I say he shot a 3? I did this. I banged the 3s up against my head in that in Staples. That was the best moment of that game. Was just being there rooting for Melo.
The clutch 3, yeah, he had a big one.
But yeah, dude, it's like they couldn't fucking get a single fucking stop. It was pathetic, and it was so far away from the team they were. And yeah, I don't know. I just like I came away from that.
The Clippers are a better team than the Lakers. I mean, you have to realize the Clippers don't even have Kawhi.
Hey, I think I picked. Didn't I pick them like 4th or something like that? I'm kind of high on the Clippers.
They're only 12 and 11, but they're better than the Lakers right now, and because they don't even have Kawhi, and they're fucking kind of.
I mean,
still.
It was annoying to see Luke Kennard being the guy who kept shooting clutch shots.
But that second one from Ibaka was just quick release cash money. That was kind of badass.
But it's just. But this is somebody on a mailbag a long time ago asked us who had the worst hairline in the NBA, and I forgot to put it in the. It's Luke Kennard, by the way. That's the answer. It's fucking Luke Kennard. He's at that crucial part of about to go bald where if you, depending on the angle that the front of your hair is combed at, you look like you have a full head of hair or you look like you're fucking, an insurance salesman going through a divorce.
For sure.
Like he's one wisp of wind away from looking fucking, 28 or fucking 42. He's got
a
horrific
pinch
hair.
of the Woody Harrelson and Kingpin for sure.
Absolutely.
But how about give some props to my man Mook who showed the fuck out last night. 6 threes?
No, he was great. He was really great.
He banked in the last one, but hey, count it, man.
He was pretty fucking demoralizing. Because I'm sitting, I'm at Staples. You're sitting around Lakers fans. You can't help but kind of get swept up, especially when Melo's over there. And so I was just rooting. When you're just kind of an impartial observer at a game, I feel like you're rooting for whoever's losing because you just want a close game.
But also when the crowd gets excited, it's hard not to. You're right. It's hard not to get swept up.
And in the fourth quarter, the Lakers are making a comeback, and it's like, but it was one of the most blue balls, sports experience because it was like they kept almost doing it. Then bam, Marcus Morris. Bam, Luke Kennard. Like fuck. It's just like it was. They couldn't stop anyone, and it was just fucking really, really fucking pathetic. I'm just really. And LeBron,
the Lakers are televised, so I think this game was removed from ESPN. I believe it was.
I don't remember.
Yeah, it was. It was on ESPN originally, and when it was originally announced that LeBron wasn't playing, they bumped it from ESPN. Lakers are already on national TV like 42 times.
Of course.
Fucking absurd. Because I guess you guys thought they were going to be good.
Yeah.
But they bumped it for the Philly Hawks game.
Wow, wild. That's
fucking
wild.
Is it though? It was a better game.
It was, but yeah. No, you're right. And I didn't see much of any. I just saw this game, and I got to catch up on a lot of stuff. But
shout out to Joel Embiid, who's just look, man. That's not a good team really right now. They haven't really found it because Embiid's had COVID and he couldn't catch his breath and he balled out yesterday.
He dragged them to that one for sure.
Gallo missed a shot to win it. But, they got the W, big morale win for the Philadelphia 76ers, who, I don't like, but I can't help but kind of root for a little, just given the Ben Simmons circumstances.
Given their circumstances, yeah, I'm with you. I get that. They were pretty fun to watch early on in the season. Then they went on, a really, a fucking 8-game losing streak or whatever. And, by the way, the streaks they've all been extinguished. The Suns, we talked about,
the Suns don't have D-Book. I mean, that's against a loaded Warriors team.
The Warriors came back. They heard what I said. I said, "Are they frauds?" And you know what? I will say, and I was just posing the question, and I'll say, it doesn't look like it. I'm not definitively. I can't say one way or the other, but I will say they came back.
Scary.
They came back, and
Gary Payton Jr. looks fucking awesome on a good team where he just fits that gets him. It's
totally.
I think we talked about it. I think it's like seeing an alt comic just annihilate where you're like, oh, these guys just get it.
No, we didn't talk that one. That's great. Yeah, some guy that you see him eat it 9 times out of 10, and then he's like, look sheepishly looking at a little notebook doing one-liners at the back of a comic book shop, and people are like, he's a fucking genius,
And they're undeniably good jokes too.
They're great jokes, yeah.
He's a beast. Once I saw Draymond hit a 3, I was like, yeah, the Suns are fucked.
Right.
If Draymond's rolling, also Wiggins has that little. He did the penny move. Wiggins is
fucking. Well, what you just said about GP2. Is very applicable to Wiggins, where it's on a grander scale, because he's not a number 1 pick. He's maybe got the raw tools number 1 pick, athleticism, all that stuff, but he's clearly
Canadian.
Yeah. He doesn't have that killer instinct. Too polite, but clearly he's not that. He doesn't have that pedigree for whatever reason. So he is. I mean, that Timberwolves trade the person who should thank his lucky stars so much that Karl Anthony Towns happens to be friends with D'Angelo Russell is Andrew Wiggins. Because if it wasn't for that, who the fuck knows where Wiggins would be right now? He got to keep his fucking supermax. You know what I mean? Like he got to make more of that money. It's like who knows? Like I guess,
and he's on a contender now. Like his legacy is about to change.
And he's gonna be. And he might not. He's one of those like 20-point a game scorers that like if he were on the Timberwolves would feel empty. But guess what? When you're just on a fucking good ass team, when there's a closer and it's a long season. Those 20 points go from empty calories to innings eating, right?
Dude, he's a better Harrison Barnes. This is kind of like the original Warriors team again a little bit.
He's not as good a three-point shooter, right?
Probably not, but he's
a little smaller, but he's powerful still. He's a great defender. And that's the thing with these Warriors.
Dude, the three-point numbers this year, 37.5, that's kind of like
that's pretty good.
Too shabby.
That's great. That's great for what we're talking about here. And so when he gets to be essentially, when Clay comes back, the fourth guy, you know what I mean? Like, Poole will probably go back to being like a bench guy, but like, bench scorer.
Yeah, but Poole's been fucking amazing.
He has been.
He had 28 the other game against the Suns. He's balling out. His shooting, he's only shooting 34.8 but from three, but like he seems like he just gets hot at the right times.
Yeah. No, and he's definitely got the swagger of playing there. And it's like, yeah, it's a lot of guys who are in a perfect situation. And the reason they are is truly, even you could say that even about Draymond, and it all comes back to Steph. As much as I fucking hate as much as I'm a Warriors hater, which, by the way, comes from the KD era. So it is the kind of thing where I have to examine within myself where this Warrior hate comes from, because KD's gone. I still hate the organization. I still hate the owner for being like a fucking hubris having fucking tech guy who thinks that, they're going to be the best for generations. But I'm not saying I'm not going to hate on the Warriors, because it's fun to do. But most of my hate did come from Durant coming there, because if Durant hadn't come there, I would have loved it, because it would have been a really fun.
Well, you have to realize also, I'll give you a reason
So I'll
to hate
suck
him
Steph off. Because
but can I give you another reason to hate him, though?
Please. Thank you. Okay. I need this.
Because, they don't have Andrew Wiggins if they don't have Durant. Because they get D'Angelo Russell in the sign-and trade for Durant. That gets them Wiggins. So you can fucking hate Wiggins, because that's an extension of the Durant.
Because even Durant, now that Durant's gone, they get to feast off this bullshit for the 3-4 years. Because you're right.
Wiggins is a big piece on this team.
And not just Wiggins, that first-round pick. That got them Kuminga. That's Kuminga. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that guy looks good. So if he's good, yeah, fuck them. You're right, Sam. Fuck the Warriors. But I will slightly say,
yeah,
I do want to suck Steph off. I want to say that. Because what we're talking about here, everyone we just discussed, whether it's like the reason they are on an NBA roster, or the reason they have ascended like Draymond, Draymond was probably going to carve out a niche in the league, but is Draymond going to be a defensive player of the year, this level of player, this kind of like useful offensive player? Yeah, he's smart, but it's like without somebody like Steph to like play that two-man game with, what does Draymond's career look like? Steph has elevated, everyone we just talked about has elevated themselves up like 3 levels, and it's all thanks to a guy who's 6'3"? You know what I mean? Who was like skinny as shit when he came into the league, like.
And now he's pretty tough looking.
And that's so. And look, we love to trash the baby nutted villain, but he has not. And he's young in his career. I get it, but that's when he
has an incredible career so far. It's Trae Young.
Incredible career. I get that, but also. Yeah. Is it going to be more Harden or is it going to be more Steph? Because the reason Steph at his size has become like a pantheon level player, where he's like, he's not yet, in my opinion, at the MJ, LeBron, Kareem, that status. He's not there yet. But the reason he's like right below in like the Kobe zone and that kind of stuff is because of making his like the players around him better. And by the way, you think of a guy that size doing it with his passing. As a point guard, that's what you think when you say, "Oh, make him better." For years, we've thought LeBron's passing, Magic Johnson's passing. That's how you make people better. Steph is such a unique fucking talent, and he here's where he's different from Trae Young. He never stands still. Like Trae Young is an offense by himself because when he has the ball, he's doing incredible things that no one his size has ever done.
Harden. It's more Harden.
Exactly. But Steph is Harden, plus he's fucking Rip Hamilton. Plus he's fucking running around the whole time. You know what I mean? It's like that's what happens when you have...
Plus he's an amazing passer.
When you have top-level talent with top-level effort. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing about Steph, too, is like...
Fuck the Warriors, though. Let me be clear. That felt bad.
There was a Steph Harden debate for years. You know, there was talk that Steph maybe stole one of his MVPs. Harden was just unguardable. But you have to look at this.
Russ really stole his MVP, if you want my opinion.
Sure, but we look at what Steph does, and you're right. He makes everyone around him better, and that is part of his legacy. He's also a much more malleable piece. You know, like Harden... he kind of has to be Harden. Even on the Nets, he's kind of overtaken. It's like, oh, Kyrie can kind of be, when he's there, when he actually shows up, can be a shooting guard. Kyrie can be a point guard or a shooting guard. He's a little more versatile. Yeah. Whereas Harden kind of has to be a point guard at this point of his career because he's so ball dominant. He isn't going to move like Steph moves. Steph can kind of win anywhere. Like, picture Steph with Dwight Howard. I'm not saying they're going to be a better team, but I think Dwight would be better.
You mean Dwight when he still had
when he played with Harden?
When he played with Harden. Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting for sure.
I do think that the waiting around for Dwight was very hard for him. Just the waiting for Harden to make some shit happen. And sure, Dwight had some ego about his offensive game that maybe he shouldn't have had.
Dwight is an interesting example because it's like he's got the one skill set that it is a little hard to like, because Steph doesn't really run pick and roll and shit like that. You know what I mean? But
he could.
He could. You're right. He could. It's interesting.
I think he and Draymond do pick and rolls. I mean, I don't think that's totally true.
They do mostly like they do like the dribble handoffs way more than they do
a lot of
pick and rolls.
handoffs for sure.
But like, but it's interesting to think about like. But then you know what? Everything we just said about Curry is also true about him and his situation, and that's when greatness really happens is when because like this crazy complicated Kerr offense, like no one runs this kind of shit. Like, and also let's also say Steph, you know. In terms of luck, like he had a lot of issues, you know, injury issues in his career, and they got figured out in a way that maybe they wouldn't have if he was born in a different generation or if he went to like a different circumstance. But then that's what it is. Lightning strikes, all that kind of shit. But
he's an amazingly underrated finisher around the rim too. People always talk about.
You're absolutely
right. They always talk about Kyrie. Dude, he was acrobatic. You know, he would make difficult shots and ones. Now he's strong. So now he's kind of using that body a little bit.
He's bulked up a little bit.
I mean, the only point guard in my mind you can put ahead of Steph is Magic. And Isaiah's in the conversation, but I think Steph has kind of surpassed him just because of the greatness of shooting.
Yeah, it's like...
It's tough because, right, we're talking 3 rings versus 2. Guard. But Isaiah's 2 rings kind of count more, but Dumar's got one of the MVPs in the finals.
Yeah, but he was hurt, wasn't he, when Dumar's got an MVP?
No,
I think he missed it. Didn't he miss a game or 2? I think so. I don't remember off the top of my head.
I don't remember.
But, you know, I see what you're saying. But that's the thing with Steph, too, is like, even calling him a point guard is like, I guess he is. Because what else is he? Because he's not. He is really like. He is truly his own possession.
Like Steph. Klay is clearly a shooting guard.
He is such a good creator of offense. That he's such a good scorer, or just shooter. It's not even scorer. Like he's such a good shooter that he becomes a good point guard because of what it opens up for everyone else. It's just he's a fascinating player.
In a weird way, Draymond is almost more their point guard.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like
it's
you know what they are? Yeah. They're like the Warriors are like an octopus's central nervous system. You know what I mean? Where it's like we have a brain, right? Like most mammals. It's like have one big ass brain. That's Steve Nash. That's Chris Paul. That's the central nervous system. Whereas an octopus, you cut its fucking arm off, it knows what to do. And the Warriors are sort of like that, where everyone is so smart, and that's why.
It's like San Antonio, kind of.
Exactly. Where it's and where did Kerr fucking study? You know what I mean? Where did he learn coaching? Where did he win championships? So anyway, this is actually making me fucking nauseous. Sucking the Warriors off.
I know. We got to stop. I do have to say,
but just to talk about the Phoenix, that's why that was a statement win for the Warriors coming back after after Steph had an off night, and it's like if Steph just plays okay, they probably beat the fuck out of the Suns.
Taking 2 straight from the Warriors would be a lot. The Suns are injured.
And they were injured. You're right.
And they were due for a loss given
And
the
I'll
hot
admit,
streak.
true. And I didn't watch the game, but I will say, I didn't watch the second game. The first game I obviously watched. They were really, both teams were trying to win those. They were doing cool stuff. It felt almost playoff-ish.
I just feel so bad for Chris Paul because the Warriors have broken his heart so many years. And I gotta say, man, like if these are the two teams together, I think the Suns got them. But if they have a healthy Clay, I don't think so.
Yeah, and not just and it's just like even from a psychological perspective, if you're the Warriors, you're like, we have beat Chris Paul in 6 different colors. This man has been in white, he's been in red, he's been in blue, he's been in like we beat him anywhere you want to dress him up.
I was talking to JP McDade here. He were on the road together, and he said Chris Paul his jersey might be retired in 3 different organizations.
Not the Rockets.
Because the Pelicans, many years, right? Then you have the Hornets, whatever they were, back then. The Clippers definitely. And if he stays and crushes it for Phoenix,
yeah, that's interesting.
That's interesting.
That's tough. Because even Clippers, you feel like, definitely, the Pelicans or whatever the fuck they are. First of all, who would that even be?
Insane.
Would that be the Pelicans now?
Yeah, I believe so.
They were the Hornets, then they became the Pelicans.
It's so confusing. What the fuck?
Yeah. And then the Bobcats became the Hornets. That's
6 seasons with the Pelicans, though, and some amazing
Is 6 seasons enough? How many was he in the Clippers?
One season he was 23, 11, and 5 with almost 3 steals a game. I mean, just absurd.
I guess that's also such a like organization by organization thing. Like some people just don't. No one gets their fucking number retired. You know what I mean? So
you also get just badass. You get badass people at every different stop. Because like Pelicans, you get like David West, you get Tyson Chandler, Mo Pete, Peja.
Are the
Clippers,
Pelicans?
You get
yeah. Or the Pelicans even going to be a franchise?
The Pelicans suck, dude.
They are brutal. They are fucking brutal. But yeah, man. I just just watching the highlights from that shit, and just taking in the fucking Warriors, and we don't have to talk. And like I said, I went to that Lakers game, so I had some thoughts on it, but we've talked about them enough. I will say what was hilarious is there was a guy sitting in my section that just he was like 5'6", he was like this tiny little fucking like he was like probably in his 30s, but bald as shit, like brown skinned black dude wearing a Kobe jersey. He just looked like a guy trying to convince like a foreigner that he was Kobe Bryant. He was in a Kobe jersey. He had the same like late period Kobe goatee, completely bald. I bet if if Kobe hadn't passed and he went to Thailand or some shit, he could convince him that he was Kobe.
Tall?
He wasn't tall, but it's like one of those things where it's like people would just fucking he just kind of looked like him. Like I remember I was watching this is so funny, this stayed in my mind like from years ago. I think I watched Tay Diggs on Jay Leno when I was a child, and he told an anecdote where he went to Japan and everyone was like Michael Jordan, and it's like Tay Diggs like I'm 5'8". He's like, but it's like so I think you couldn't go to you'd have to go to a very foreign country. Or not, that just has much more different cultures, shorter people probably you'd need. So that's what I'm saying. If this guy went to Malaysia, he could fucking Thailand.
I'm gonna hit Thailand with some goggles. They're gonna be like Michael Phelps. Look at this motherfucker.
Yeah, walk out there with one of those fucking skin suits. Remember when he did that photo shoot? You could see his whole hog. You got to stuff.
Oh, dude.
He had a nice piece on him. No disrespect, Sam. I don't know how big your dick is compared to Michael Phelps's.
I don't know.
Or in general.
He's an Olympic hero. I mean, I don't know if I could touch this.
He's a Baltimore hero, of course. Let's not forget.
Dude, what were we talking about?
We were
I have to mention this, dude. The Knicks. We have to talk about the Knicks. First off, they lost to the Nuggets again
brutal.
today. But the most brutal one was against the Bulls because we showed so much heart coming back. Really tough back to back. The Nets and the Bulls, 2 really tough. Morale wins or And we were so close in both of them. That's what hurt. I mean, I gotta give props.
Those back-to-back can wreck you, though.
Oh, yeah. I mean, look, we're playing rough ball lately.
And then we lost to the Nuggets, who I didn't watch the game because I had to go fucking do some pre-special shit that just happened.
I didn't even know there was a game on today. I was like, fucking Saturday day game? And thank God I missed it. But, like, that's my critique of the NBA because I'm on the road all the time. I'm like, I would kill for Saturday day games.
Yeah.
But just to, plan those gigs around those. But, I got to give props, and it pains me to say, but man, DeMar DeRozan's a great player. He is just a great player. Like some of those shots he hit, he might be the best mid-range shooter in the NBA. He is automatic from. It's
he
to me
truly
it's like
found
DeMar
the fountain
or
of
Kawhi.
youth.
He's phenomenal.
He's found the fountain of youth. Yeah.
You're watching them, and I'm like, man, I love my Knicks, but the Bulls really, when they're clicking, have so much talent. I mean, especially when Vucevic is just chilling on the perimeter, he is just fucking. He was just killing us from deep, and that is the problem with Mitchell Robinson, who had moments where he looked inspired and moments where he just looked lost. It was such a frustrating Mitchell game. We had Quickly energizing the building. I love you, Quickly.
You're the best.
You're just
best.
Quickly and Obi are the Energizer bunnies, man. They're just fucking.
I love those kids.
I love them. And Rose really inspires a lot of confidence. He hits a lot of big shots. Julius put on a classic. He missed some big free throws, though. I guaranteed a Julius classic, and he almost delivered.
Oh, yeah. I forgot you guaranteed the Julius classic.
Okay, but did you watch the fourth quarter?
I didn't. I was at the, what wasn't it yesterday?
Dude, he hit 3 straight, turnaround baseline shots.
Give me his line. What was his line?
Let me pull it up.
Let's see. Let's see if Sam Stradamus is back. Or if he's got to polish his orb.
This is his line. 30 points on 14 of 21 shooting, 12 boards, 6 assists, and 2 blocks. Tell me that's not a fucking classic.
You know what? That sounds like a Julius classic. I got to hand it to you.
Here's why I said
if they had gotten the win, undisputed Julius classic.
Undisputed. But he put on a show. He was horrible at the free throw line. I think he was 2 for 5, and he missed a couple big ones. The thing about Julius is, man, he looked the shots when they put Vucevic on him, it was like I was watching the green room with JP in Charlotte, and I stood every time he touched the ball because I saw Vuce on him, and JP was turning me. He's like,
food.
This is incredible.
That's food.
Because Vuce, he'd either step back and drain it in his eye, or he'd just burn him. On one play, he just burned him, took the contact, and hit a reverse layup, and it was like one of those plays where you're like, dude, he is feasting. So we were so close to a huge comeback win. We were getting crushed. But, overall, a tough loss because I can't deny they're a very, very talented team. It's just undeniable. But the Knicks do have the pieces, and it's we had no RJ. I mean, it's very frustrating to lose that game. And I do think Mitchell... Our centers have been a liability. It's been pretty tough, and Kemba on the bench hurts because it's not. We're looking rough without him too. We're looking a little more competitive on defense, but the center problem, unfortunately, as great as rim protectors as Mitchell and Nerlens are, they're a little bit one-dimensional. When a big man can shoot the 3, they look. Especially Mitchell looks lost.
Yeah.
It's tough.
You're right.
His ceiling is so high, so it's like we're just waiting. We're just like, Mitch, it's the way Bill Simmons used to talk about Anthony Randolph. Remember him?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. I think I am starting to, unfortunately, hop off the Mitchell Express. I don't see the ceiling. I mean, his ceiling is he could be a really good version of a kind of player that's not that valuable in the NBA anymore. Right? Like a huge big man that maybe could be a fucking, a Gobert type, right? But a shittier Gobert, right? But
if he reaches his
unless you're DPOY Gobert.
Exactly.
But unless
you reach your peak at that because, you do get overpaid and then you kind of just don't
that's what I'm saying.
Right.
Best case scenario, he turns into that guy, and then that becomes all these fucking, then you have the cap problems, and whatever you want to say about him, I don't think he's going to be Gobert. Whatever you want to say about Gobert, and the bitch ass Jazz,
as hell too.
And the bitch ass Jazz.
Also he doesn't get pushed around.
If you're not going to be that, and he's not shown that he can be close to that between his injuries and his fouling, then what are we talking about? We're talking about
And he looked exhausted. He played 29 minutes. He looked so exhausted. Like,
Yeah.
it was tough to see him look that out of shape. And look, I get it. Tibbs does not. We have
And
a
by the
coach
way, Sam, this is his he's playing for a contract. He's a unrestricted free agent this year. So if this is the kind of effort you're getting in an unrestricted, when his money is on the fucking line, what do you think's going to happen when he signs a fucking 4-year deal? So I'm out. I hate to say it. I don't think he's going to be back with the team next year unless he doesn't get any good offers and he wants to stay and try and become a better player and rehabilitate some value 2 years down the line or something. But I don't see that happening because he's played for fucking peanuts so far. He's played for his $1 million a year, whatever the fuck his shit has been. So I think center is a big problem for us. I actually think Nerlens is good because he can always play. He's a
hustle
He's
guy.
a bad starting center, overqualified, really good backup center. That's how I see Nerlens.
Sure. I mean, look, another problem is RJ's back today. I just looked at the stat line, 1 for 7 from 3. We just need him to start making those threes.
And by the way, the Nuggets didn't have anybody. Zeke Naji. I'm looking at the fucking box score right now. It's like Zeke Naji fucking tore us up. Who the fuck is Zeke Naji?
Also, we're playing Alec Burks at point guard. He has 0 assists. I'm kind of just like, what are we doing? I don't really understand.
I mean, he's not a point guard either. We're playing 2 shooting guards, really.
Which in the modern NBA, when you have a passer, like, I'm kind of like, at a certain point, you might just have to fucking start Rose. I don't know. I mean, but I get why you need him in a second unit. But
at a certain point, you might want to pray to God that 48 doesn't suck dick. That's what you want to do.
Well, Fournier's looking a little better the last few games than he has. I mean, honestly, this is his last few games, starting with the Lakers. Well, let's go back to the Rockets. He had 19. He had a good game. Bull 3. But then 26, 11, 20, 13, 16, 15. This is way better than he's given us all year. So this is the best Fournier's look. So we got to give him that. He's looking like hopefully he keeps rising.
It's just without. It's just without a true point guard and like what we're talking about, center, which has become a liability, which last year was a big strength, I think, for us. It's like, and defense has gone to shit. Shit's looking rough. We're going to fight. Clearly, those Nets and Bulls games show that this team is going to keep fighting, but hopefully we can figure some stuff out at the 1 and 5.
I really keep thinking, like, man, I would kill for like a Kawhi Leonard on this team. Like at the end of
wow, really?
I know, but like that dude would make. No, I know it's an obvious statement.
I would really kill for some Salma Hayek pussy, Sam. I don't know if you know that. I could really go for some of that right now. That's a little weird thing about me.
My point is, Stav, my point is, I just want Randall to get to be the second guy because there's so much pressure on him.
Yes.
My point is also like the value of swingmen in the NBA. Like you see it, like these guys who are just long, good defenders. Like we don't have that. We don't have. I mean, I guess Mitchell's not a good defender.
RJ's looking tough.
So we don't have that. We don't have a point guard. I mean, these are the two things that win championships: the elite point guard and the great defensive long players. We don't have either of them.
And listen, I have grown fond of Julius. He's a great player. It was cool. It was really fun to always be positive and me to be negative last season. That was a lot of fun. We had a great time. And I think he's a really good player, and it's cool that he's
still 20-10-5 in his sleep.
He's good. He's really good. But exactly what you just said. We don't have a fucking point guard. We don't have wings. What we have is a point forward who does a lot of his fucking scoring at the mid-range. And that, it's not 1999. You know what I mean?
Randall can shoot threes, though. He can shoot threes.
I'm just saying, it's like that is not... He's good, and you want good players more than anything. But if you were to pour your talent into a position, it wouldn't be what we just described. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, and especially in crunch time, which it can be an issue.
Dude, he was incredible against the Bulls in crunch time. He just missed the free throws. He made so many big shots, though. He really carried us in that fourth quarter. And it was like the Garden was on fire. He was doing what we always wanted him to do. He was going one-on-one. He was hitting spinning fadeaways. It was a joy to watch him against the Bulls because they really have no answer for him. They don't have anyone who can guard him because
Yeah.
Or at
go
points
ahead,
it
go
was
ahead.
Lonzo Ball guarding him, and it's like Julius was like, please. He would just spin and hit a fade right in his eye. Then it would be like Vucevic. He would burn him. I mean, he couldn't keep up with him. So you say he's not the type of guy to build around, but he is a matchup nightmare when he's cooking. So that's why I just want another guy who score, so it's not all on him every night. He doesn't have consistent players around him. RJ has been incredibly inconsistent. Fournier as well. Kemba's on the bench. Burks is inconsistent. Mitchell can't stay on the floor. My point is, he doesn't have another guy to be consistent with him, and that is exhausting. Like, think about what he put in the last year. You need to eventually get another guy.
No, I see. I definitely see what you're saying. He's not in a position. He has built himself into even this position, right? And you have to give him all the credit in the world for that. But
LaVine got help. LaVine was doing what Julius is doing. LaVine got help.
He did, but fuck. Theoretically, Julius is supposed to get help, but it's not fucking Evan Fournier and Kemba Walker. I mean, hopefully it's a little bit.
Kevin Durant is playing with fucking James Harden, and last year, like James Harden and Kyrie Irving. Like, Giannis has Middleton and Drew. Julius is an all-star, but he doesn't have another guy. I mean, that's really the problem.
He could really use somebody with Middleton's skill sets. I mean, we've talked about that where it's like
Middleton is a terrific player, man. He is
terrific number two. He's got for a guy like that, for a guy like Giannis up until he became one of the most clutch performers in NBA
he
history.
Is clutch. He hits big shots. He plays great D. It's like he kind of does what Klay Thompson does in a lot of ways. He's an amazing player.
Exactly.
He's not quite the shooter Klay is, but only Steph Curry
no one is.
So.
Right. No one is. And a guy like that who's like maybe isn't super consistent game to game, but that's Julius's like talent, and it's like he is consistent. Whatever you want to say about him, it's like those first 3.5 quarters, he's usually pretty consistent. And look, hopefully he's working on that fourth quarter shit, but yeah, I don't know.
It's very hard for me to watch because I really just want him to have help, and it's tough. There's no free agents. I thought maybe we get another guy at some point, and Fournier becomes a really good 3 or something. If Fournier is in more of like a Luke Kennard type role, because we get do you know what I mean? Though?
Yeah. I do.
I know you're laughing.
I think that's what he's destined for, but he also is making. I mean, I think they also paid Luke Kennard, but Kennard
got a lot of money.
I think it's less than Fournier.
4 years, 64, barely less.
It's 18 a year versus 20, right? I'd take that.
I mean, is that a huge difference?
Hey,
right?
man, they can fucking make a difference at the margins. That's how you run. That you can't be fucking spending money like that, Sam. That's not how you run a fucking organization.
Okay, my point is, I think Fournier at his best is better than Kennard, but I just
who knows? Need to see him at his best. We don't even know.
Who knows? No, it's been tough lately. I'll give it to you.
I haven't seen Fournier's best outside of a fucking Orlando Magic uniform when they're playing fucking,
Well, the home opener, he looked outstanding, but we're all dying for him to get back to that. I mean, the thing about Fournier is, I do think he needs. It's kind of like how Tim Hardaway Jr. started to look so much better in Dallas than he did in New York. It's like, guess what? They have a point guard. They have a guy who can fucking pass. The Knicks, you have a shooter. It's very hard to put up numbers as a shooter. Like, we all blow J.J. Redick. Guess what? He played with Chris Paul, dude. If you're a great shooter and you don't have a point guard setting you up, you just don't get good looks.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. Although, like I said, you have to commend the fight in the team, and I do at least think that the Knicks are on the right track organizationally. And
no question.
And
we have good young players.
They will try something to shake the team up because they see that it's necessary. So
shake it up, baby.
I'm interested. I'm still rooting. I'm still watching these games. I still want to see what the fuck's going to happen. In fact, I'm kind of considering maybe staying in New York on Christmas and maybe even going. What do you think, Sam? Hawks, Knicks, matinee. You're gonna Christmas. What do you think? Think about it. Think about it a little bit. I'm trying to get my family to fucking hang out the week before Christmas, so we all get together, and then that way I can be in New York and have a little.
Hey, Stav, I just thought about it. Let's fucking dance.
Let's get our fucking tap shoes on, brother. I love it. All right, fuck it. I'm gonna start figuring this out. We're gonna get this going.
What time is it,
Fuck my
noon?
family. It's a nooner, so it'll be nice.
Okay. We'll
Start the
get
day
some Bloody
off.
Marys before.
Start the day off. Maybe we go full Jewish Christmas. Go get some Chinese. Go to a movie afterwards, dude.
Dude, I got a good Chinese spot for you. Okay, let's
I love
go
it.
down.
I love Christmas. We got Christmas in the
We
bag.
could also instead of a movie, we could also just watch the rest of the games.
the rest of the games. You're right. Unless it's like a really good movie, because you're right. The games are really good this year.
And we also, we could still get Chinese, dude. There's some good spots.
Yeah. I love it. Oh yeah. All right. I'm gonna figure this out. I'm gonna try and recruit maybe like my roommate or like another fucking get another Greek, and who knows, maybe we'll even convert. Maybe we'll get circumcised on Christmas this year. But fuck it, dude. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what's gonna happen, and shit's been pretty exciting.
It's just been tough to watch. It's the only problem. It's like I love the Knicks so much, but like the basketball has been tough.
It's been tough.
They just get down so quick. They always are down quick.
And they always make a fight of it, which hurts you. Except, I mean, today they fucking got, they lost to the Nuggets without half their team, but still gets demoralizing. So we got to keep an eye out for that. But listen, folks, we're going to fucking wrap this bad boy up. Look, I got to be honest with you. This episode almost didn't happen. If the sound quality sucks, if we didn't cover enough for your fucking taste, just understand. I'm shooting my special in 2 days. Sam's fucking on the road.
It's going to be killer. I can't wait to see it.
Thanks, man. So we're all preoccupied. We wanted to get you a little something. Also, our producer, Schlongum Shawnee, what I call him? Slinging Schlong Sean. Slinging Schlong Sean. He's going out. He's going to be gone for the week. So we had to get this done Saturday. I have to go run. I'm going to go to a fitting, try and find some nice duds for this fucking special. So I look cute.
I can't wait. Send some pics. Man.
Oh, I will for sure. So I look cute for the team watching.
If you get shirts, get 2 shirts because you never know.
I have this one like leopard print shirt that I bought an extra. That's my backup in case I don't find anything here in LA. So that'll be a good look. But yeah, I got to get 2 shirts because I'm a fucking sweater too.
Yeah, dude.
But so that's gonna do it for us this week, folks. We're a little all over the place. We're a little tired. We're a little jet lagged, but we wanted to come through. And by the way, for all you fucking Warriors fans, enjoy what just happened because in my tired jet lag, I dropped the facade of how much I hate the Warriors because of Kevin Durant, and I admitted how good Steph Curry was. Cherish it because it's not gonna happen again, you fucking pieces of shit. And
unless Clay comes back, you might have another.
I love
weak
Clay.
moment.
I love Clay too. I do love Clay.
You might
I love
have a
Clay as a
weak
guy,
moment.
though. I know that's true. But
Hey man, also Miami Improv this weekend, Addison Improv in Dallas the next weekend. Come out, say what's up. It's gonna be fucking crazy.
And I've been so focused on the special, I haven't really announced much, but I am going to continue touring through April. I'm going to be in Boston after the special. I'm going to be in San Diego. I'm going to be in Vegas. I'm going to be all over the place. And if you're in New York City, I think I'm going to do a New Year's Eve matinee show at the Stand where I try and figure out some new stuff at like 6 p.m. I gotta write, and I might do another Baltimore show where I'm just trying to figure out a new hour. So look out for stuff, guys. And I'm doing a show in Brooklyn too. That'll be fun. So anyway, that's going to do it for us, guys. We love you. We'll talk to you on the other side of this special recording and at the Patreon later this week. Bye, guys.